Hi and welcome. Shungite is a rare Russian stone with a very remarkable story to tell. I'm Cassie, and with Rich we formed Oraphim. We're based in the UK and we've been studying and working with the Nobel Prize winning molecule that is found naturally within Shungite and gives it its quantum magic for around 20 years. We are now working directly with Shungite to deliver its water and air purifying technology to an international audience. Because one of the astounding attributes Shungite amazes me with is the ability to keep working without the need to replace it. Like most conventional purifying solutions like charcoal filters, they're encased in plastic and we need to keep spending money on them time and time again. With Shungite, this is simply not the case. I started studying the fullerene molecule as a structure to make marquees for community art workshops to happen in. This shape is phenomenally strong and beautiful. It seemed to bring out the best in people interacting within it. They were creating beautiful times together. And the Shungite stones we now work with, create beautiful jewellery with, brings out the best in a person wearing the piece. Having experienced how this shape affects us on the macro and micro, I can share how the two individual shapes that make up this molecule, which are the pentagon and the hexagon, pair these with the energy centres of the body. That's the heart and the base grounding chakras. So we experience our heart's desires being amplified and brought forth into reality extremely quickly when we're around Shungite. It seems to pair its energy to ours, maximising our own natural EMF field, resulting in many amazing healing stories, and to others experiencing increased wellness, balancing energies, as well as detoxing, all at the same time, without any effort on our part. There is only one place where you can get Shungite from, and if you look on our map here, if you see Russia and Finland at the top there, that little red dot, that's where the Shungite field is, and you can see the cheeky fox sat on our Shungite. That's from one of our suppliers. The area that Shungite takes up, 2/3 the size of Greater London, and it did belong to the Finnish until just after the Second World War. The Russians came in and annexed the entire deposit. The two main types of Shungite are the plain, raw and polished, and the elite noble. With the plain, raw and polished stone, which is 99% of the deposit, this is a very dusty, soft stone. The raw chips are really great in the water, and this can be fashioned into beads and bracelets and cups. Whereas the elite, which is much more fragile, really can't be turned or fashioned into any object. It just is a beautiful stone on its own. The elite is much more expensive. It is excavated by hand and it is only 1% of the deposit. So the plain, raw, polished stones are really the most useful, and this is one of the beautiful things that I love about Shungite, is that it's not about the 1%. It's about the 99. Scientifically and medically, the 99 is more powerful than the 1%. How beautiful is that? When we're making our jewellery and some of our larger pieces, we do add some elite noble. We find that it adds a lighter, higher frequency to our pieces. But the black, plain, raw Shungite, where we use the powder, which uses a colloidal silver with a very high silver content, and this accentuates the natural attributes of Shungite, which we're going to look at later on. In 1996, Professors Kroto, Smalley and Curl were awarded a Nobel Prize for discovering the fullerene scientifically, after years of Buckminster Fuller's work with the carbon C60 designs in architectural creations. A few years later it was found that this fullerene was naturally occurring in Shungite. But if we look back through these artistic creations, we can see that the fullerene has popped up since the 1400s in these beautiful works. When Rich and I started looking at the Shungite molecule of fullerene, there was only one scientific study that could be found on the internet. And now when you do a search, there are hundreds that come up. The scientific community have really taken this molecule to heart, and it's really rocking their world, and it can rock yours too. And we're going to share with you some of the amazing healing stories. But who's studying it now? Here is a slide with some of the major research institutes and publication articles that you can find on it. There's even an article where they're pairing chloroquine with the fullerene for a better delivery system against the coronavirus, which is good news. So adding Shungite to your tonic is essential. Gin is optional, as tonic is a natural form of chloroquine. Another scientific study published by Rice University states that they can clear the Fukushima radiated water by using Shungite. Another amazing attribute is how it works against radiation. Shungite and the Protection of Human Life was a scientific congress held in 2006 in Karelia. It was the first congress of its kind entirely devoted to Shungite. Many researchers participated, and each one presenting their evidence and results. Natural fullerenes can act against toxins and can neutralise toxins present in the body. Specifically, active fullerenes in the liver reduce toxicity levels. I'd like to share with you a story of a gentleman who was discovered to have a brain tumour behind each eye. He was given 3 months to live. We had him drinking the Shungite water straight away. I laminated some Shungite powder which he wore in his hat. And during this time he had his radiation dose doubled by mistake. His liver and kidney functions were tested and they were normal, much to the surprise and delight of the rest of his family. Mrs. Slater sent us some feedback. She had bought a pendant for her mum, and she says, "My mum has myeloma and has deranged bloods, and all treatment has stopped because of COVID. Since wearing the Shungite, her platelets have shot up, and we can't think of any other reason." The other case that we have is a gentleman with diabetes, and he had his toes amputated. And since wearing his Shungite pendant, his wounds have healed, much to the surprise of the doctors, because usually this just wouldn't happen. So what we can see there is that the blood circulation and the circulation of the entire body has increased, and this is all backed up with scientific medical research in Regina Martino's book, Shungite Protection, Healing and Detoxification. Gregory Andrzejewski's research is detailed in the book, and he states that Shungite acts as an adaptogen, operating both at the cellular level and at the level of the whole body. And we can see that with our Kirlian photography results, where you can see Laura's aura has been completely changed from one picture to the next, and yet she's only wearing a very tiny amount of the silver infused powder in a pendant around her neck. Professor Andrzejewski's team concluded that the aqueous solution of natural fullerenes are among the most powerful antioxidants known today. Natural fullerenes not only have the ability to reduce the concentration of free radicals that are caused by our modern devices that we have to live around, as no other antioxidant can, but their action is stronger and it lasts longer. Their research has also shown that fullerenes have an effect on exposure to heat. When the body temperature reaches certain thresholds, like high fevers for example, which can be brought on by vaccination or by the 5G towers, where the 60 Hz is vibrating the molecules of water and your body is mostly water, what happens is the proteins present in the body undergo destructive molecular modifications, and the presence of the natural fullerene in the body significantly increases the stability of biomolecules that have been exposed to an excess of heat. The myelin sheath that covers our nerves gets damaged when we are around unnatural EMF fields, from our mobile phone to our Wi-Fi router to 4-5G towers. And so what we find is Shungite is a natural antihistamine, and it's only antihistamines that repair the myelin sheath of our nervous system. The Russians have really led the way with their remarkable medical studies. With our silver infused powder, you can add that to a paint and create your own Shungite healing room. We can help you do that. We find Shungite powder is the most versatile compound available, with true sustainability at its core. Unlike anything else, with our deep comprehension of Shungite's true quantum nature, how this works with a number of principles to maximise Shungite's effects for you. One being that the frequencies are being emitted like a cloud from the Shungite. This energy is continuously flowing into our energy fields, and this stream of energy will never deplete. Another is that working with a silver infused powder gives a stronger coherence and greater field, which gives faster results. We gained our valuable insight into maximising Shungite's attributes from listening to Nancy Hopkins. She's based in the USA and she is a retired Wi-Fi warfare expert. She now leads the way on Shungite research. The silver, when added to the Shungite, it boosts its natural capabilities of Shungite with the nano solution that we make, and it gives remarkable results. Our bodies are electrical devices, and this creates a natural electromagnetic field around you. Shungite works to accentuate this field. The plain Shungite will deal with your house electrics, like your plug-in kettle, but it won't deal very well with your Wi-Fi and mobile technologies. By incorporating the silver into the Shungite powder, this really does deal with a wider range of the unnatural EMF fields. It changes their rotation spin from being left-handed, which is harmful in nature, to right-handed, which is accentuated. This effect is instant. When a silver-infused Shungite sticker is put on a Wi-Fi router, there is no more heat that comes out of the phone handset. Let's take a look at how Shungite can purify your water. We've been talking about how Shungite creates a field. Now, this means that you don't actually have to have the Shungite touching the water for it to be effective. So we made these water toggles which you can put around your sports bottle, your taps, your garden hose, around the water pipe on your washing machine. Shungite is lowering the surface tension. This means that you're actually hydrating properly on a cellular level, and you're getting the quantum energy delivered to your cells, which is needed for apoptosis. Apoptosis is also called programmed cell death. When a cell doesn't have enough energy to create programmed cell death, it becomes cancerous and then lives forever and divides, keeps dividing, creating a cancerous tumour. One of the other key elements for creating purified water is that Shungite blasts apart the chemical bonds of chemicals in the water. With the Shungite spinning at 20 billion times a second with a right-hand spin, the chemicals are spinning to the left, and this literally blasts them apart. So it's not absorbing the chemicals, and that's why you don't need to replace your Shungite stones. This is mostly important when it comes to chlorine. Because chlorine is affecting our bodies, the naturally occurring sulfur in our food and our vegetables creates the oxygenation that is needed for our body, especially to get that oxygen into those cells. And the chlorine stops this effect from happening. So with Shungite purifying your water and nullifying the effects of chlorine, it is the natural remedy for this problem. Everything is energy. It's either spinning to the left or spinning to the right. If it's spinning to the left, it is decreasing and going into entropy. If it's spinning to the right, it's expansive and life-giving. By putting one of our silver-infused Shungite magnets on your refrigerator, your food will last longer and taste better. This is because now the energy of your fridge is spinning in line with nature, instead of fighting and spinning in the opposite direction to nature. Your fridge becomes a dynamic torsion field, which is a healing energy, which radiates into the rest of your house. Often on older models of fridge, the temperature can drop overnight with the fridge magnet put on, because it's not working so hard. We have reports of carrots freezing on the first night, and hummus lasting much longer. So take the hummus test and see how long your food lasts. The silver-infused Shungite stickers have a permanent effect to the negative frequencies coming from our mobile devices. Depending on how smart the item may be, it may need up to 3 stickers. We've never needed more, but this will certainly stop the heat, and you can notice it yourself. Often we find with Shungite, it really is about an experimental mind. If you have a test in mind or you want to see how it works, then Shungite is a bit of a show-off and it really wants to show you that it's working. So things like temperature testing is a good way to know that the state of the frequencies have been changed, because the heat has changed. Your device works differently for you now. When people have put the stickers on the Wi-Fi routers, they have said that they can now get the Wi-Fi internet in the garden, which they couldn't get before, or that their internet has sped up remarkably. Because there isn't a meter that can test the attenuation, which is the directional spin of the frequency, we have to look at other ways of testing what we're doing. Dowsing is an ancient tool for feeling energies. Marcia kindly made this video for us, so here, enjoy how she explores the energy of Shungite.
Hi Rich, it's Marcia here. I just want to share something with you about your amazing products and the energy that's coming off them. I've noticed when I take my pendulum across the top of the pyramids, it's as if it's hitting. The only thing I can say, it's like a jelly substance. It's like a thicker substance. It's a resistance. And that is the energy that's coming off these pyramids. Now, if I hold the pendulum over the top, instantly starts to swing. I take the pendulum away and it stops. Place it back over the pyramid and it instantly starts to swing again. Take it away, it stops, placing it back over the smaller pyramid, and again you can feel that resistance, and it starts to swing. Now, for all the skeptics out there that are saying, oh, she's moving that pendulum, I know I'm not, and I hope you can see by my hand in the picture that I'm not. It even works over the stickers that you can put in your shoes. And it also works over the beautiful free gift that you sent me, Cassie, with my last purchase. It's stunning. It works over that as well. Now I have a little test. For anybody out there that doesn't believe that these products have the energy coming off them, which they have, I have a peach aventurine heart. Now if I hold the pendulum over that, nothing. I take it back to the pyramid and it instantly starts to swing. Now a lot of people might think, well, it's the pyramid shape. Okay, I have a pyramid here that's got peridot and tiger's eye in it. Over the top of that, nothing. Back to the pyramid. And it instantly starts to swing. There we go. Now, if that doesn't prove to anybody out there that's a bit sceptical that your products are genuine, unique and beautiful and full of healing,
The way that we use the silver infused Shungite means that we aren't intending to block the frequencies, we're intending to reverse them and make them safe, so naturally that they are spinning in line with nature and not against it, which is what harms us. So when we're looking at the Kirlian photography of Laura's electrical field again, we're really looking at this magical field that we walk around in, and often we just don't see it, obviously, some people do, and often we don't feel it. With Shungite in your electrical field, often people experience a greater sense of balance and well-being within themselves. For some, it could be an increase in energy, and for others, a balancing of their energy and a calming. This is where Shungite is a quantum element, because it observes what we need. It does like a system sweep going through all of your energy centres, and it can pulse or reverse and put right any energy centre that's become blocked or spinning the wrong way. This really does result in a change in our own state and how we respond to things. A lot of diseases start in this electrical field as an upset or a disturbance. We teamed up with Susie from Alchemisti, who makes us a beautiful and delicious range of body care products. They're all completely 100% natural, organic and vegan, and absolutely delicious. As we've been talking about the human electrical field, let's look at how the soap works. So anxieties are held in this electrical field that's around us. They're not held within the brain or the body itself. So by using the Shungite in a soap, or you can just get the plain powder and add it to your liquid soap or shampoos and conditioners. By using this for your washing, you're actually cleaning your electrical field. So people have told us that their anxiety literally washes away. Susie has combined the amazing ingredients into a balm. It's a rapid skin healing balm. As we said earlier, how Shungite works with the whole body as well as the symptoms. So this balm, you pop it on a burn or a bite or a scratch and it's working straight away. Shungite is naturally antibacterial and antifungal. It seems natural to put it into a deodorant and a body balm and a body butter. We have reports from people that order the balm. They say it's the only balm that's ever worked on their skin conditions. So we were discussing earlier about the cellular heating up. So if you've got a condition where there's heat and itching there, this is where the Shungite is really working at that cellular heat level to reduce that. And with it being an antihistamine, again, it's reducing the itching. So rapid healing is just what it does. Using the Shungite in a body butter is very special. If you need that Shungite protection going through your day, it's a beautiful thing to put on with the gorgeous butters, and to have that Shungite armour plating, it really does take you through the day in the best way. Let's take a look at Rich's pyramids. Rich has developed a unique style of stunning pyramids that are extremely powerful tools for transmuting these negative left-spinning energies. These unnatural EMFs affect our body's electrical magnetic field, which we've talked about before. Many people have reported that within the first 24 hours, a massive change in their condition has changed for the better. Rich is a self-taught creative maker with a technical background, being an operating theatre technician for the NHS. And now he makes tools for wellness that are outstanding to experience as well as look at. A lady who came back the day after having bought her pyramid, she said that during the night she had had amazing experiences, channeling spirits that she had missed for 4 years. But she then said that she had chronic fatigue for 25 years and she'd woken up with energy she hadn't felt in all of that time. The pyramid for another gentleman eased his arthritis on the first night. We can refer back to the work of Andreevsky, who states that natural fullerenes derived from Shungite normalise cellular metabolism, increase enzymatic activity, stimulates the ability of tissue to regenerate, increase the resistance of the body's cells, and possesses anti-inflammatory properties. So that's why it helped with his arthritis. This lady's hand has reduced from the swelling. As you can see, it's the hand with the beautiful Shungite ring on. Now she needs 2 rings, one for each hand, and the swelling will go down. Shungite creates its own magnetic field, which quite often people can feel. If you have 2 stones like this, or a piece of our jewellery and a stone, when you hold the 2 about hip width apart, and then slowly, very gently move them in and out of each other's field, you may feel like a magnetic resistance. Now, the Shungite doesn't have any metal in it, so it's not magnetised, but you can clearly feel there's a magnetic field that is emitting from the Shungite stones. This is one of the key elements to how it reverses the electrical magnetic fields of our devices. It really does pull in a magnetic way the energy into the right direction at 20 billion times a second. This happens to be the fastest thing that any scientist has measured on Earth. Sometimes Shungite can create a headache within a few moments of using it. This is because the ionic exchange from the Shungite in your body is literally detoxing you at a very fast pace. It just wants you to be your potential best. So if this headache needs to be slowed down, just in your mind say thank you Shungite, but please slow down. It responds so quickly, within 3 seconds the headache will go. A key element to understanding Shungite's electrical current is to pop a piece in the back of a torch. This helps people understand that they haven't bought a fake piece of shungite, because the torch will still light up, creating the connection in the circuit. It's completely electrically conductive. And as your body is an electrical device, this is how it works so well with us and with our modern devices too. You can see we're really passionate about shungite, but what we found when we started is that everything on the market was really very samey and really quite plain and bland. Now, we wanted everybody to love shungite, but we really wanted them to love it even more. Rich and I learnt how to use a dichroic film to make the pieces just unique and beautiful. So if you're giving it as a gift, you're giving something beautiful, not just something quite plain. And we also offer workshops, so if you like what you see and you want to make your own, you can book us and we will come to you and you can decorated pyramids or the jewellery. We're going to share Catherine's work. So Catherine's been on the Oraphim jewellery making workshop. These are her gorgeous creations. So Catherine, at the beginning of the day, we started with looking at some of our negative traits or perceptions of ourselves. What did you think about yourself at the beginning of today?
To be honest, at the beginning, I was kind of worried that anything I'd make would be a bit boring, be kind of unoriginal, not creative. I was worried that for some reason, all the things we learned, that I wouldn't get anything out of it, for no reason at all.
Yeah.
And basically just kind of silly insecurities like that. Towards the end then, after I'd sat here, I'd met everybody, everyone was so lovely, we made some things and I'm really proud of all of them. I completely surpassed my expectations
Wow.
of what I thought I could do, and I actually got a lot out of it. I've learned a lot, even when we were passing our hands over to feel the power of the Shungite. I could feel that, which I didn't expect to have. So it's been really good. It's been fantastic. Everyone's so lovely. It's been a really nice experience.
Excellent. Well, that's amazing. Did you find just writing those kind of worries down helpful at the beginning?
Definitely, because it's like what you said when we were doing it. It's kind of a way to set them aside and let them go and
name them.
Allow yourself to kind of have an experience without those preconceptions about yourself.
Oh, fantastic. So you've got rid of those preconceptions. How do you feel about yourself now?
I feel better about myself.
Wow.
Something I wrote down about that I thought I was boring. I even wrote down, as daft as it sounds, about the way I looked that I didn't like, and even after that it's kind of because it's been such a nice experience, it just makes you feel better about yourself in general. So, yeah, it's been really good. It's been really helpful.
Oh, thank you for coming today and just sharing your creativity with everybody.
Thank you for letting this happen.
Oh, excellent. Well, let's have another look at your gorgeous creations. Aren't they stunning?
Very sparkly.
Very unique. Not boring at all.
No.
Thank you, Catherine. Cheers.
Thank you.
So Rich and I are on a magical mission to get shungite out to the masses. We really hope that you've enjoyed this presentation, as we've shared some of the qualities of shungite. There's huge amounts more that could be said, but I wanted to keep it concise. We've really given you a whistle-stop tour. Our products are available on Etsy and eBay, New Monday on our website. We're also stocked in some shops. Aries Fairy in Sheffield, Positive Elevation, which is a mobile stall in Sheffield. Dread Funky, she's also mobile. Curious Goods in Chesterfield, and recently we have joined Johnny Deere, who are launching in Singapore. That's very exciting. It's really about you and your electrical field and how amazing you can make it, so that there isn't any disturbances. It's like shungite is unruffling your feathers and smoothing out that disturbance, so that you really get to experience the icing on your own cake. It's a really special experience, and one that we should all be having. We even do collars for pets. We will keep the website updated with dates of residential retreat courses that we're going to be running during 2021 for small groups who want to make pyramids and the jewellery, as well as any new shop outlets that want to stock us. We do welcome wholesale orders, as well as your individual orders for yourself and your friends and family.
Lovely. Right, this is the one that I've already got out of the mould. It's the first one.
So this is Margaret's family who came yesterday, and we said we'd give an update on what their creations looked like. So this is them coming out of the mould. So Margaret's ashes are in these pyramids, and the family have come and decorated them. So this is the first time they've come out of the moulds.
They've still got to be buffed up, but yeah.
That's just gorgeous. That's proper love there.
Yeah. So also it's about how do you do this. To make it, it's really difficult to get that to come out sometimes. So the best thing to do is just get a little bit of cardboard that's nice thickness, push it down edges.
And you had...
It's more for Paul, this, really.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Paul, who was Margaret's son, he had a real connective time with you, learning some of this process that normally is just you in here on your Todd.
So another creation, my dear.
So here comes another one.
The great unveiling.
Ooh. Oh, that's a blue beauty, that one. I'll give it a spin in the light. Oh, lovely. Ooh.
But as we were making these large pyramids, we also made some smaller ones that the family's decorated. And so I put one inside a geyser.
That's beautiful. Wow. That's lovely.
And also...
Any surprises?
Also, Paul decided...
Wow. See, now, Carol was asking if any of the pyramids could have had lights in. And we said no, because in the other ones it's just the black shungite that's then decorated and then had its second dip. But you two, you and Paul, you've been up to something special.
Yeah.
That Carol doesn't know about.
Yeah, so this was our original goal. And Carol wanted some lights.
She did indeed.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to get a remote control round one. Doing a black layer underneath so the lights comes up. But just to give you a taste of what that would look like, it won't be this type, but see if I can plug this in correctly.
Oh, that's just flashing away beautifully. That's powerful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, Carol, you got your wish.
But it won't be the USB one, it'll be the remote control one. I've just run out of remote control one.
Yeah, that'd be lovely. Yeah.
Lovely.
Well, what a special day it was yesterday.
Indeed. Indeed. There's more to come though, there's music to come yet, so...
Oh, there is.
This is just like, I've got lots of work to get on with, so...
So there's still more unveiling, and there's these ones still to have a second dip.
I like that one behind you as well.
We've got one behind me.
There.
Try not to spin everyone's head as I turn the camera around. Ah, beautiful. Wow, that's just wonderful.
That's how we spend our days.
So, that was a great session and more creative work by the family.
I've got to get working.
All right then, I better get off and make you a cup of tea then. All right, love. Okay, bye.
Off you pop.
Hello. We're here showing you the Cloudbuster and how it changes the magnetic field. So Rich has discovered that the field is altered with all of the silver infused shungite in it. So Rich, I'm going to hand over to you so you can talk us through it.
Lovely. So what we've got here, we've got a compass down here. You can get close in on that. This is obviously facing north in that direction, and as we move it along this line, which is keeping in the north, you see as soon as when you should get close, the Cloudbuster, it pulls it over. The Cloudbuster's got no magnets in it. It's only got shungite metal, black tourmaline, quartz. And if you keep that camera angle there,
Yep.
and I spin it round,
Okay.
you'll see that it'll change its polarity.
Ha.
It's pushing away on that side.
Yeah.
As we get round to the 360, it'll pull it back in again. And there we go.
Yep. Pulled it back in. Yeah.
But then there's no magnets in that at all.
No.
So that's the magnetic field that's created by the shungite piezoelectric effect of
Yeah.
pulling it all in.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So it really is, bending reality.
Indeed.
It's so lovely to come across a way to show the changes in the actual physical field of what these devices can do. So I'm just going to give you a little tour of the Cloudbuster. There we go.
And you see how tall it is if you walk backwards a bit?
Uh-huh.
I'm 5'11" 3/4, so nearly 6 foot.
Isn't that beautiful? And the Cloudbuster's good too. So there we go. We'll just
Better get it packed up and sent off.
yeah, this one's off to Belgium. So there it is. Shungite really changing reality. So much so you can measure it with the compass. How good is that? Well done, Rich. Good work.
See you later.
Okay, bye. Hi, we're at Sheffield Market today. So I just wanted to do a little video and introduce everybody to Alex. Hi, Alex. Alex, you're new to the Oraphim team, aren't you?
Yes,
How's it going?
all good, everything working wonders.
Oh,
All the benefits of the shungite, it's bringing a good energy, good vibrations.
oh,
Lots of happy people coming to the stall and even happy when they walk away.
oh, that's lovely. So Alex, it's only been your second stall and you're loving it already?
That's it, yeah, it's all good. Second day here at the Moore Market in Sheffield. I'm looking forward to spending more days and lots of people interested in learning more and coming back and taking information. It's all good stuff.
Oh, that's super, super amazing. It's been amazing for Rich and I to just sort of pass the baton over. As you know, if you've met us before, we love to inform people about Shungite, so we're helping Alex kind of learn as much as we can, show him to share with you on the stall. And here's what he's got. Some gorgeous things there. So there's the earrings. So Alex has called his kind of arm of Oraphim Positive Elevation, which is just gorgeous. So we're loving that. Alex has got his own line in CBD teas. So we're loving them as well. So all going really well. And come by to the Moore Market. He'll be here. We'll pop in on Monday as well and give a hand. So that's the Monday before Christmas. And we're all here. And hope everyone has a wonderful connected time with family and friends at Christmas. All the best from Oraphim. Hello everybody, it's Cassie from Oraphim here. I'm in Aries Fairy with Anwyn today in Sheffield. This is Oraphim stock, looking gorgeous on the shelf. And we just wanted to ask Anwyn some questions about what it's like being a shopkeeper with Oraphim on the shelf. Hey Anwyn!
Hi there, Cassie.
So, Anwyn, I've been having our stock in your shop for a while now. And what's it been like?
Well, it's an ever-growing range, which is fantastic because that just keeps new things of interest to our regular customers.
Nice.
We also have a lot of people coming back in to buy things for their friends, so things that they've bought for themselves and they've been using, and then they'll come back and buy some for their friends too.
Nice.
Obviously, this is just the jewellery selection, but we do have another cabinet with the pyramids in,
And the bowls,
and the
yeah.
bowls and spheres. So,
yeah, and the rings,
yes,
and the balms,
yes,
and the soaps.
yes. It's all. I don't think there's any of it that doesn't sell. It's all. Even the really big pieces, the largest pyramids, they sell, just as well as everything else, really.
Excellent. Any returns from customers, or any comments from customers that are negative?
No, I mean, I can't think of any return for any reason, even if it's just that they changed their mind.
Marvellous. That's great. Lovely. And what's it like, just from, I suppose, from the point of view of being the shopkeeper and just having that as an extra bit of income? Do you find it's worth, well, obviously...
Oh, it's absolutely worth it. I think the thing is, people are looking for it. So we get phone calls asking us if we sell Shungite.
Marvellous.
Just having such a wide range is really good. It means that we've got something to offer everybody.
Lovely.
So yeah, I think it's really good.
Well, from my point of view, it's been an amazing partnership. So thank you, Anwyn, for inviting us and being part of the Oraphim journey.
Excellent. Pleasure.
Thank you.
Look forward to see what's happening next.
Excellent. Thank you, Anwyn. Shungite really is a remarkable stone, and so many people have come to us with their remarkable stories of healing and balance and well-being that we really want to hear your stories next. I hope that we can connect with you and help you through the use of Shungite and its amazing attributes and qualities in your life. Rich and I at Oraphim often say to people, expect miracles. We really aren't used to things being so effective, and it blows me away every single time I get a feedback about how phenomenal it is. Please get in touch and tell me how it's changed your life too. If you have any questions, do get in touch. We have a contact us page. The website is www.oraphim, which is ORAPHIM.name, which is NAME. A thank you from Rich and I. I hope that you've really enjoyed our presentation today.